Yo, welcome to another video. It's your boy C's from thecaesarlife.com. Now, this week has been quite the busy week. It's like putting out a lot of fires and talking people off ledges. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. The process, it's all the process. Now, you hear, what is the process? Trust the process. Everything's a process. But what people don't tell you is what the process actually is. Now, the process is actually the action that you take daily, right? What are your daily tasks, right? And it can be as much as waking up and not even meditating, just waking up and fixing your own bed. Now, making your own bed is part of the process. It's something that you do every single day that got you to where you are today, right? So that's, like, for me, part of the process is hitting record, editing the video and publishing it. That is the process. So every single day, my task for that day is not complete until I hit record, edit the video, and then publish it, right? So all three boxes have to be checked in order for me to, quote unquote, follow the process. Now, everybody's process is different. This is something that's easy for me to accomplish every single day, but people overthink, like, what is the process? They go to all these seminars, they go read all these articles and don't take any action. All these articles saying, here is the process. And they're giving you the blueprint to the process, but you don't take action on it. So, like, what is there to do? Like, if you want to follow the process, you have to do the actual task. Like, me talking to the camera right now is the process, right? Me hitting publish on YouTube is the process. Now, the process happens off camera too. It's like, what are you eating? Are you working out? Are you sleeping enough? Right? Like, what is that mental diet of yours? Like, what are the content that you're consuming? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this is part of the process, man. The process is boring, is arduous, it's tough, man. Process is pretty much everything. It's all the actions that you take every single day. Even if you're aimlessly scrolling through social media, that is part of your process. Now, if you're aimlessly scrolling through social media, you want that to be for a good reason, right? Whether it's gathering data for your audience or gathering data for your projects, your offers, it's got to be part of the process. You got to make it part of the process. If not, you're just going to be led down a long ass rabbit hole. Then you're going to be like, yo, where am I? And you're going to have to dig yourself out of it, which is going to take you even longer, right? So if you were to follow the process, look at all the actions that you take throughout the day and do process elimination. Does this help me get closer to my goal or further away? And just make a list. That's part of the process too, making a list and seeing what are these things that's taking me off course throughout my day, and make a course correction. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have a goal yet, part of the process is writing down your goal and coming up, reverse engineering and coming up with a way to get you closer to that goal. There's so many different things, that's mechanics that goes into the process that you must follow every single day in order for you to be successful. Like, don't look at your circumstances now. Look at where you want to be in the future, in a few months from now. You know what I'm saying? I could never imagine, like, where I currently am, especially where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? I get to make my own schedule now, and that's part of the process too. You know what I'm saying? Like, the emails that I write to clients, part of the process is saying no to certain hours and saying yes. Saying no to certain projects and saying yes to the other ones, right? And I have to be able to live with those decisions. So if you want to trust the process, you must understand what is your process, because it's individualized to everybody. All right, so follow what works for you. Don't aimlessly follow others, because they might not know what their process is and they just going with the flow, right? So figure out what works for you. I'm figuring out what's working for me, and this is something that happens daily too. I have my long-term goals, my short-term goals, and I'm figuring out day to day if this process is working out for me. I'm just testing, throwing it out there, seeing what feedback come back to me, and so far it's working. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to continue to follow this process and see where it delivers me in a few years from now. Hopefully that, I know it's like, I try not to rant, but it's just like, you know, these things just come up and I'm like, I just got to speak on it, which is also part of the process. Anyway, hopefully that clarified a little bit about what the process is basically the actions that you take day to day that's going to get you closer to your goal. Don't look at your sucky job right now, because having that sucky job is part of the process. Like, I remember me working at Pep Boys and like just making $8.25 an hour and just like, this sucks, man. Like, waking up with oil all over my clothes and picking up huge boxes and all of this stuff. I didn't know then that was the process, but it just led me to another sucky job that made me a little bit more money, and that sucky job made me a little bit more money. Now I make about the same amount of money, but I work for myself, right? But that all took 10 years to accomplish. Can you imagine that? 10 years to get me to this point? But now that I'm more aware of the process, it's speeding up that timeline, right? The compound effect. So understand where you are right now, know that it's part of the process, become aware of it so that it can speed up the process or speed up your results, all right? Just being more aware, and don't go follow those waterfalls or whatever TLC said. Anyway, let me shut up right now. I'm gonna end this video here. It just went a lot longer than I thought it would. Anyway, man, thank you guys for watching. Hit me up in the comments if you want any sort of customized programs. If you want any coaching, just hit me in the emails, DM me, and yeah, let's talk offline and we can come up with a strategy or a process that works for you, all right? Thank you guys for watching. Once again, don't forget to comment, subscribe, holla back.